friends, hello, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day. So the NHL postseason, the Stanley Cup playoffs is amongst us. And today we're talking about something that would definitely happen in real life, and that would be every single team losing their starting goaltender, walking into playoffs. Who's the odds-on favorite? When you're seeing every single team, hellabuyck gone, Bennington gone. I mean, you're going to see guys by the name of Jake Ottinger out the door, Freddie Anderson, Mackenzie Blackwood, all the way up to the 86 overall. We did take a team's highest overall if there is any sort of goalie controversy for some teams. Saros out the door. Was Saros out the door? That's the wrong team. Gustafson out the door. Kemper out the door. See ya. Nice to meet you. Oh, Draisaitl looking pretty good. Freddie Anderson, mentioned him, gone. Skinner gone. Yeah, I mean, I would really think about it. Not to be, not to be that guy or anything, but I would think in this particular situation, this has got the Leafs heavy favorites in this one. I mean, they've been starting to back up goalie now for like 7 seasons. They just rotate them. Nonetheless, let's get these games rolling. Winnipeg gonna be without the probably arguably the best goalie in the league right now. Meanwhile, St. Louis been playing some hot puck lately. And that's going to continue in this playoff series. We got Vegas. We have Minnesota. And Minnesota is going to jump out to that 1-0 lead. How about the Montreal Canadiens making some noise, making the playoffs this season? Colorado, Dallas, who do we got in that one? Colorado and Dallas. Did we say that properly? I'm trying to find that series. It was Colorado and Dallas. Something about that sounds so different. Florida. Battle of Florida in the first round. Carolina and New Jersey, the Devils. Without Markstrom, what an addition that was for them this past offseason. Vegas and Minnesota. Is Vegas going to be able to jump back into this one? They are not. Minnesota is going to be up 2-0 in this one. We may really see how good these teams are built around their goaltenders, because once you pull that goaltender, you're gonna notice quite a bit on how many shots you're allowing, the quality of the shots you're allowing, opposed to how much was my goaltender just bailing out some bad defense? How stellar was he playing this season? Winnipeg right now learning a lot about that one. Right now, they're going to jump back into this series, though. 2-1. Ottawa, Toronto. You know that's got to go to a Game 7, right? Classic Toronto in the first round. Colorado, Dallas. Who's going to jump up in this one? It is going to be the Colorado Avalanche. I just have to imagine. Dallas is such a defensively built team. I wonder how they do. Colorado, on the other hand, again, they're the opposite. It feels like it doesn't matter who they put in net. They typically aren't like they've had that strategy now for some time where they're just not putting some dominant stellar goaltender in, and they made it work. You can argue they did that in the Stanley Cup victory season they had, or Stanley Cup win they had that one season. A lot of games split 2 apiece right now, a lot of even matchups. LA versus Edmonton. It is going to be 3-1 LA, one of the few teams jumping ahead to that 3-1 series lead. Devils trying to get back into this one, not fall down 3-1. They are going to fall down 3-1. St. Louis, Winnipeg, we're going to go to game number 6 at least. Vegas with a chance to close, or Minnesota the chance to close the door, and they will. Toronto 2, Montreal or Ottawa 2, as expected. Toronto's going to fall behind in this series though, just a little bit. Dallas, Colorado, who's going to jump ahead in this one. We're going to game 6 with a chance for the Colorado Avalanche to pull one out. Tampa trying to find their way back to the promised land. Going to win in 5 against the Florida Panthers. Carolina done, or New Jersey done in 5. Carolina going to go to the second round. Here we go. Chance to close the door on Toronto. Toronto of all teams. Finally. Somebody not named Boston, not named Tampa Bay. They got a chance to go to the second round. They just have to beat the Ottawa Senators, and they will not. You might as well just, if you lose to the Ottawa Senators this year, and this isn't nothing against Ottawa, but at what point, if you're Toronto, do you say, okay, let's blow this core up in a big way? Let's quit trying to retain the big fish. We got to try something different. Here we go. Second round is going to be Colorado and Winnipeg, Minnesota and LA. Tampa, Ottawa, Washington versus Carolina. Let's get some of these games rolling. Colorado's going to jump ahead to the 1-0 series lead. Minnesota says same for us. What? Okay, Ottawa. Ottawa's been hot. Ottawa is figuring things out. Series split over there in Colorado. Minnesota has been playing some dominant hockey. Ottawa is just on absolute fire. This team is trying to reminisce that year when Erik Karlsson just put the team on his back and went deep into the playoffs. This season, obviously no Erik Karlsson around there, but it is getting ugly in the second round. The only series That's the series, is Winnipeg and Colorado, or Winnipeg and Colorado. I don't know why I keep thinking it's not Colorado. Winnipeg and Colorado. The logo is not logoed in my head right now. Every other team, chance for the broom job. Minnesota done. Says 4 games. Thanks for playing. LA, Tampa, thanks for playing. We'll be seeing you in the conference finals. Jeez. We're getting to the conference semifinals, the second round, and 3 of the 4 games were 4-game sweeps. Wow. Meanwhile, going to 7 between Winnipeg and Colorado. Colorado's going to win it. You have to wonder how that's going to affect the Minnesota Wild. A lot of days off when that team goes 7 games. The other 2 teams, kind of in the same boat though, or, both teams 4-game sweeps. Both teams might have a little bit of rust to knock off. Colorado, once again, there it is. We're seeing exactly what was going to happen. Colorado up 2-0. Minnesota trying to knock some of that rust off. Carolina playing some good hockey. Ottawa seems to have cooled down a little bit. Colorado seems to be ending this one. Carolina is 11-1 in the postseason. They have been dominant. Colorado gets the brooms out. There have not been a lot of close series so far in this one. Ottawa trying to bounce back into this one. They will not. They're going to lose in 5. We're going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. 2 teams red hot. 4-game sweep for Colorado. Carolina's only lost 2 all the postseason. Here we go. Game number 1 goes to the Colorado Avalanche. Carolina trying to get themselves a Stanley Cup. It is tied at 1 apiece. Colorado jumps ahead 2-1 in this one. We will jump into game number 4 here. Carolina 1, Colorado 1. Robinson with the goal on Scotty Wedgwood. Goaltender of the backup land for a very long time. Kochetkov, McKinnon scoring 1 there. It is 2-2 series. Our game is tied going into the 3rd period. It is going to go to overtime. Carolina 2, Colorado 2. Next goal wins. Carrier with the shot on Wedgwood. The bruiser. Former Vegas goal tonight. Scott Wedgwood with a good save there. Attempted wrapper on top. Possibly a top shelf shorty over there as well. Carolina's going to win it. And it is going to be Jacob Slavin way up top on Scott Wedgwood. Kind of a weakie. Could have been screened. That's kind of a weakie. 41 shots to 35 though. Great goaltending all around by both of these backup goalies. And we are going to a game number 5 where both teams find themselves splitting or with 2 wins. Period 1, let's get it out of the way. Colorado scores. Colton with the goal on Kochetkov. Period 2, Wedgwood gives up 2. Landeskog gives up 2. This is exactly what you expect in the Stanley Cup Finals. Some smash mouth hockey. 2-2 series tied, or game tied once again with a chance to go into overtime for the 2nd straight game. There's a big save there. A couple of them by Kochetkov. Power play Colorado, nothing doing. Power play Carolina, nothing doing. Special teams pretty strong right now, and this one is going to overtime once again. Here we go. Order number 4, if there was such a thing. Game winner. Carolina does it again. They are red hot in the postseason. In overtime, they're red hot in general in the postseason. 37-37. Wedgwood lets another one in. This time, top slot. You probably shouldn't let someone shoot there. Walker puts it in the back of the net, and Carolina battling back down 2-1. Now is a chance to win the Stanley Cup. Goaltenderless. Carolina feels like one of those teams that can do it as well. They got so many different goalies back there. It seems like they have a goalie carousel going on at all times. They can produce numbers. Colorado gonna go ahead and say, hey, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Martin Nachos and the boys got something for you. 2-0 Colorado. Carolina's gonna bounce back in this one. Wedgwood allowing 3 of them. Brent Burns. Seen his name come across the screen a couple times in this one. Orlov on to Wedgwood, nothing doing. Carolina's gonna need 1 goal to get back into this one. If they get back to this one in this one, and they took it into overtime, you had to believe Carolina's gonna win it, but Colorado getting that insurance goal with 8 minutes left, and it is all Avalanche now at this point. Brodin puts one in. A little bit of a wicked angle there. 34-34. If the shots say anything, it has been such an even battle between these 2 teams. We're going to a game 7. Expected nothing less. Carolina, Colorado, game 7. Stanley Cup on the line. Here we go. It is tied at 1 apiece once again. Roslovic. Coyle. Period 2. Colorado jumping ahead. Brodin. Coyle again. Coyle, speaking of guys, have been red hot. Carolina's down 2 goals. Now they're down 1. Bouncing back. They needed that. They needed a goal early in the 3rd. They got it. Orlov with the goal. And Carolina has bounced back. 2 goals within 5 minutes. Got to spare. Top the point. Carolina's on fire. They are falling apart. The goals are pouring out of the wood. Out of the rafters. There ain't no wood up there. Pouring out of the rafters. Slow it down a little bit. Taylor Hall gets the power play goal. Carolina goes ahead, and then instantly, 16 seconds later, Landeskog, the man that could not play up until the playoffs because, well, it had to be the injury, right? It had nothing to do with that cap space. Nothing to do with it. Here we go. Carolina, Colorado, overtime. You expected nothing less. 5-5. Next goal wins. Stanley Cup on the line. Power play Carolina early. That is not how you wanted to start it off. Carolina's going to bury it, and Colorado's going to lose it. Taylor Hall, 2 goals, 2 power play goals. Elite on the special teams for this team in the postseason. Carolina wins themselves a Stanley Cup. Colorado had a 4-2 lead. Blew the lead, came back, tied it again, took it to overtime, couldn't do it. Look at Martin Necas. What a season did he, or what a postseason. 6 goals, 24 assists, 30 points, 29 points on a nasty Nate. They was outstanding defensively, but they went out there and found Carolina, a great defensive hockey team, great, well-rounded hockey team. Kacheka, backup goaltender, Ward Bull, backup goaltender. What are you even talking about? 927 save percentage, stellar. Forsberg was a 917 for Colorado. That was it, though. The goaltending definitely stood out. Anybody else besides that, they didn't go anywhere. Clearly. Nonetheless, that is going to wrap things up for this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, I appreciate you liking and subscribing. You never have to. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.